see if we can find. Yeah, it's not. Hopefully, it can. Let's do. Okay, good. let's do share. See if she'll come. That would be great. I'd love to have a conversation with her. Jesus, what the hell? Who's messaging me? All right, let's see. Let's see what happens. Yeah, if you could share. Yeah, thank you for liking. Please share the live. Let's do boom, boom. Let's see. See if she joins us. Good to see you, Bug. I've seen you on Maddie's live. Yeah, we're hoping to get a little awareness for the Well Read Blk Girl who lost her job because of a bunch of fascist nitwits. But yeah, we're just... I should have restarted the live. I knew I should have done that. It didn't occur to me. TikTok Studio is trash. It just... they don't promote your live. They don't send it anywhere. They don't... Let's see if we can get Well Read Blk Girl in here. But yeah, so a bunch of Nazis targeted her and spread a bunch of lies about her, and she lost her nursing job. And it's just been pathetic. Thank you for the likes. Don't forget the heart me's. Become a skeptic. We'd love to have you on our skeptic team. Oh. Do we have a guest? Yes. Is she up? Hey.
Hi there. How's it going?
It's going better now that you're here.
Thank you. Thank you.
I just checked out your... and before we start, I want you to have the floor, and I want you to tell your story from front to back, whatever you're willing to share. I just checked your Give, Send, Go, and you've raised $12,000 so far?
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
We got a ways to go.
And that's okay. And if you don't reach your goal of the $250,000, you still get that money, correct?
Yes.
That's good. The reason I bring this up, because did you watch the Jubilee debates with Mehdi Hassan, who debated the 20 fascists?
I watched pieces of it. I'm kind of, that Jubilee platform kind of gives me a little ick. So I watched some pieces of it, yes.
The reason I bring that up is there was one, I call him Connor the Nazi. He just admitted, oh, yes, that's what I am. I admit that. And within 2 weeks, first he lost his job immediately, which I respect that. That's what should have happened.
Yeah.
Then, in 2 weeks' time, he went on Give, Send, Go, raised $40,000 in 2 weeks. And that was weeks ago. I haven't checked it. It's now unpublished, which I think because he reached his goal, so he just unpublished it. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with us? We've got more money than that. We can get this done.
Right.
This Nazi showed raised $40,000.
40,000, yeah. Right. I think like looking at it, I'm grateful for the contributions, for sure. But at the same time, yeah, it's a little disheartening because we talk about showing up for the right thing, right? There's a lot of different ways to show up. But when we're just talking about comparing apples to apples in the way we show up, people are way more motivated to show up for hate than they
Yes.
are for equity, they are for justice. And I tell you what, though, it's not the first time I felt like I was the only voice, right? So I'm tired of that, though, brother. It gets hard, after a certain point, to know that you work so hard, and then everybody cheers you on, but when you need something, people don't always show up like they should, honestly.
Right.
So yeah, it's a little disheartening, but at the same time, I did what I did because I knew it was the right thing to do. Um, I'm 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 gonna get through this. Um, it's gonna be
And
a little bit
for
difficult.
those in the audience who are unaware of what transpired, could you please talk about that? What made them target you to
So
begin with?
right. There's a woman on TikTok, and I scrolled past her video, and she was like in full panic mode, and she was saying that people were following her, and outside of her house, and she was scared. And my first everything in me was like on high alert, and I was like, what is going on with this woman, right? So once I started digging, comes to find out it's a bunch of, quite literally, a bunch of fascists, right?
Hmm.
Maggots. And all of this controversy that happened over these girls that died in the floods here in Texas. And these people quite literally had created a lynch mob. It's still going, okay? Digital lynch mob hunting down women.
Yes.
It was awful, And then when I started looking at all the other stuff around her, I realized, I was like, I don't know how to get in touch with this woman. I don't know where in Houston that she is. I knew she was in Houston. I did not know where. But I did know it was real easy to see that there were a whole lot of European American people that wanted this woman. They finish her. Yeah, they wanted to finish her. Like, I caught clips of some of the stuff that was said about her, because at that point I was like, I can't find her, but at least if they do something to this woman, I'm bearing witness to this. I can at least provide this as proof to what was happening to her. And I just somebody has to say something. Somebody has to do something to, like, shock these people a little. Like, something has to be done, because it was like full red-eyed salivating, like, we're going to get you. It was some ugly shit,
Hmm.
excuse my language, but it was ugly.
No,
um
you're good.
and so from that, kind of like putting myself in between this mob, then they were like, attack her, right? So all of the same tactics that they were using on this poor woman by herself. Okay, that was like the worst. It wasn't like there was some whole group of people with this woman against this mob by herself. It was just her, nobody else,
Hmm.
just her, right? So they started to use all of the same tactics on me that they were using on her, right? They doxed me, found out where I worked. They know everything about me, really, and started calling my job, hounding, and I ended up losing my job because of it. And not only did I end up losing my job because of it, but the crazy part, the worst part for me, is the hospital that I worked for now has, like, all of these things that have been said, this information that's been sent. They have now sent this to the board to investigate me to lose my license. That's my livelihood, you know.
Right.
I've never wanted to be anything but a nurse. I feel like I was one of the lucky ones in retrospect, that I grew up knowing exactly what I wanted to do. And I didn't have some period of figuring it out or anything like that. It's like, nah, I'm going to nursing school. That was just it for me. And I've been a nurse for almost 26 years. Stellar career. I still receive emails and things like that. I'm still in contact with patients that I had 15 years ago because their families just want to give me updates and things like that, you know. And I'm good at it. I put my whole heart in it. And I've never, but the thing that really gets me is how these people are saying things like, well, if you feel like this, I can't imagine how you treat people as a nurse. I feel like what? Coming to the rescue of someone?
Yeah.
I'm sorry? What? Standing up for someone who is being harmed? So if I do that, you can't imagine, right? No, you can't imagine anyone having the audacity to stand up against you, especially when they look like me. You know, the same way that duty to respond in me that was ignited when I saw Sade, that's the same duty of response that makes me a badass nurse. And when I tell you I'm good at it, this is my life's work. It's not a job. This is my life's work. This is where I saw myself leaving my mark on this world. And so far, I've done a pretty darn good job of that. So for you, because you don't want me to stand in the gap with your victim, then you think it's okay for you to take my livelihood. And you're able to do that in this moment because we have lost all protections pretty much. All of it. We are all just sitting ducks. If you are going to speak your mind, if you are going to stand up for what's right, if you have some integrity, you are a sitting duck to these people, you know. And then to look at the character of the person that was leading this lynch mob. Okay, I'm a 26-year nurse with an impeccable career. I don't have a record of any sort. I don't have no judgment on people that have records because I live in the real world, you know. But if we're just comparing things, I don't have issues. I've never had any complaints. Not when I say not a one, right? And I work with these people every single day. They know me. But for someone that is a parole violee, right, has a history, a criminal history, has a history of stalking, right, and aggression, things like that, a history of racism.
This same guy, he's done this to several women.
Yes, several women. For him to have that type of history and then to be able to do that to someone like me who has walked the line. I'm Black in America. I've done more than walk the line, you know?
Yeah.
For that should never happen. You have a First Amendment right, just like I have a First Amendment right. I don't have to like what comes out of your mouth, you know, but that is not. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, where are you at as far as your former job? Have they done any investigation? Is this permanent?
As far as losing the job is permanent.
Okay.
Like right now, I've not gotten any information from the board, which, you know, in nursing, no information, no news is good news. So, and of course, you know, there is this investigation that transpires, but the board doesn't contact the person they're investigating until they're like, oh, wait, okay, now we've got issues. Now we've got questions, right? So to not hear from them at this point is actually makes me feel a little bit of relief.
Right, because there's no there.
Exactly. I mean, and for me to be, they have not told me what they saw What was said? None of that. That
Right.
cost me my job. They've not said anything to me. And as an employee, I still have rights. So these people violate my rights, my employment rights,
Hmm.
because of fascism? No, no. We still have rules here in this country. We still have rights here in this country. And those things should stand no matter who is in the White House. It should
Yeah.
not matter, who's in the governor's seat. These are things that, in order for us to have an opportunity at prosperity, these things should be there no matter what, right? So you don't get to take that away from me. You don't get to violate that. And if at any point this type, because accountability is real, and there are nurses out, the healthcare professionals out here in the world that do wrong things, and we should all be held accountable. If you are going to cause harm to someone, you should answer for it. So there needs to be something that's fair and
Oh,
objective.
so I saw Sade Perkins' name pop up just for a minute. I don't know if she's watching. I hope she is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw her video. I'm sorry to sidetrack, but I saw her video of the controversial video, and I'm sorry, I saw and heard truth spoken.
Exactly.
There was no racism. The all-white girls camp. First of all, let me say this: the voters and the city government of
Kerr
see if I can
County.
remember the count. Kerr County. They are responsible for the deaths of those children.
Indeed.
They own every single death. They were given $10 million, and guess what the board
million.
said? Oh, if
Right.
we accept this money, oh, they're gonna make us spend it this way, and if we spend it wrong, they're gonna penalize us. And none of that happened, by the way.
None of it.
And guess what? And you know more than I do. What did they spend the money on?
Oh, well, raises. Imagine that. Raises.
Yep.
Big guys. All the big guys got money, and there was no protections put in place to save people in case of flash floods, but all the big guys got nice fat raises, right? They did trickle down
They
some other
spent
raises.
Yeah,
Go
they
ahead.
spent it on a walk path.
Yeah.
They bought a armored vehicle. When are they going to use an armored vehicle in that county? There's nothing.
Whenever
Second.
Earl wants to take his friends out for do some mudding,
Yeah, right. And then they spent it on administrative jobs. Good to see you, Sade. I hope that's the same Sade I'm thinking of.
It is.
But send me a follow, and I'll follow you back. You know what? Maybe I can do that right now because I don't want to. You know what? I'll bring Sade Perkins on here too as well. I don't mind. Oh, I am following you already. Okay.
Dottie
I'll
and
be
I
back
are
into
actually
it.
sitting here together.
Oh, you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, small world.
It
I
is.
have to ask. I heard a rumor. The villainous bishop on TikTok. Are you related to him in any way?
Me.
Yes.
No. Besides the blood of a struggle, no.
Okay.
He
I
like
thought maybe
that,
he was
though,
your
'cause,
brother.
I
or
make
something.
him look good. But no, we are not. We're not related by blood. But like minds, we have a way of finding each other.
Yeah.
And when I started like actually posting content and stuff like that on TikTok, like he was like one of the first guys really that I followed. He was like one of the first large content creators that followed me. So, which was pretty cool. That was really cool. But yeah, like when I tell you like, we could make good trouble, shit, yeah, indeed, like-minded.
Yes.
Yeah, we can make some good trouble. But no, we're not related by blood. I sure do
Okay.
love that black man though.
Yes. Yeah. He packs some truth bombs. I do appreciate
Yeah.
his content. And
Absolutely.
in fact, I've shared it on my. I do live. I went live on YouTube. We did talk about your struggle briefly, and so anytime you want to be a guest, I can bring you on as a guest via OBS.
Okay.
VOD Angel. I can send you an invite to that, not a problem. And just like we're live here, I think the YouTube connection is going to be a lot more stable.
Okay.
TikTok is all over the place. I wish I had been recording this. This would have been a great
Oh
thing.
yeah,
But okay, so going back to Shadi Perkins and the victims, so they misspent all of this money. They didn't. They spent no money to getting a viable, because we know there's flooding in that area all the time.
all the time.
Mr. Global has weighed in on it. He said
All
this is
the
a common
time.
thing. Yeah.
Yes. That camp was built below floodwaters. Do you understand? Like if people really had a picture, a true picture of how that camp was built, those babies, it was at any moment. Any
Sitting
moment,
ducks.
some babies were going to be, yes, they were sitting ducks. They were sitting ducks, and everybody knew it, And then also, when we're talking about who went to that camp, when I come from a very small town here in Texas, old money, right? Actually, the birthplace of Texas. So I'm talking about, we've got families in my hometown that are like the founding fathers of Texas families. I know I went to school and I am still friends with girls that went to that camp. I know
wow.
the type, yes, I know the type of girl that goes to that camp. That camp is not for just, everyday people of any race. It does not matter. Like, baby, you can be as white as the driven snow. You can be white and wealthy. And that's not for you. You have to be white, wealthy, from the right affluent family. I mean, people put time in this. Is like,
What?
when I'm telling you these things, these are who's
this
who
story,
of
this
future
story just
politics.
got worse.
It's, and the thing about it is those kids did not deserve to be victims because
Right.
of adults failing them and these buy-ins to elitism and things like that. Those babies did not deserve to die. They did not. And Sade never said they did.
Right.
That's not ever what she said. What she said was nobody would care if it was our kids. And the thing
And where's the lie? Where
there
is
is no
the
lie in it, right?
Yep.
And then when you look at the list of kids, right? She didn't put no color on it. Trans kids can be any color, right?
Yeah.
Disabled kids can be any color. Poor kids can be any color. And the truth is, it didn't matter. It doesn't matter to those people what color you are. They other everyone that is not just like them. And for them to have that type of ideology and their children suffer,
Yep.
people need to wake up and see what that really means in this
Right.
country. I mean, when I tell you I know the type of girls I'm future, the wives of, and then name it. You name it. You name governors, senators,
Yeah.
reps, local, state, federal, you name it. The wives of, and then fill in the blank. Those are, it's, they keep them isolated to keep them thinking they're better than everyone else because children are pliable. Children
Yep.
are good. And it's in us up to a certain point to question breaches of humanity. So if you keep your children isolated from the things that would make them connect to the humanity within them, you might just break the machine you're trying to build.
Right.
They keep those babies isolated.
And that's why they want to break the education system in this country
Exactly.
by electing morons to run it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. People that should genuinely fear everyone else in the room being educated because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Yeah, they don't want us smart enough to question anything. And at times like this, you have to question everything. Everything.
Yes.
And the fact that Sade is black, I know how this country, this world handles black women. I'm not here for the bullshit. So yes,
Yep.
I'm going to come to my sister's rescue. You want to know something though? I would have come to Sade's rescue no matter what color she was, because you don't get to treat human beings like that. It's
Yeah.
not okay. And the fact that what Sade was saying was colorless and true, that really spoke to me, because I'm looking at this naked truth. And if you would see it for what it is, then that's going to challenge every single thing you've ever been taught to believe. You want to talk about breaking down a machine. So they don't want it. They don't want to be different. They don't want to be better. They want to be the same. And even if the same means you don't have a damn thing, right?
Yeah.
And like when you look at all of the reports and things like that that started to come out after this truth that my good sister put on the world, right? Where is the outrage now? These same people, the same lynch mob, where are you? Now that you
Right.
know who is responsible for those babies dying, where are you? Oh, I can tell you
And
where
not only
one
that,
is.
there were some well-to-do white people that were stranded. They only had one road in, one road out,
Yeah.
completely flooded. And
Yeah.
these weren't poor people. These were
Not at all.
well-to-do. They owned property. They had a farm. And they're like, we
Yes.
were left for days.
Yes.
Nobody came to for us. And it's
Yeah.
like, if that's what they're going to do to their own people, what do you think they're going to do to Black America?
Thank you. We don't stand a
I
chance
just,
in hell.
yeah.
We don't stand a.
And if,
I mean,
and
wealthy
if they're,
people. They let wealthy people wait to be rescued.
oh,
Mexicans
sorry.
showed up. Like they legit showed up to rescue them, and they wouldn't let the Mexicans rescue the wealthy people. We're fucked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Come on now. And
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
And I remember I did like, thank you so much, Mother of Prep. Do you know who Mother of Prep is?
don't. I don't have my.
Okay. She's requesting in the live. I just didn't want to derail what you have to say, because I mean it's like, oh, I got you now. I don't want to waste much time. But what was I going to say? Yeah, your video on the Mexican helpers that came. It's like, why are you here?
Right.
I understand you want to help, but the very people you're helping would not even spit on you.
No, they wouldn't.
They don't care. And what you said was they expect this type of help. Maybe, oh no, you're okay, a Mother of Prep. You're okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure we get Well Read Blk Girl's story out there. I want to make sure that we get as much exposure, but I wouldn't mind having you in as a guest on another live. Not a problem. And that's one reason why I wanted you on this live, to set the record straight. And now, before I forget, have you been able to get employment elsewhere?
No, I have not at this time. I'm pretty blackballed in the medical center right now. I've got colleagues and things like that that have reached out to me, and they know way too much about the whole situation for the word to have not spread to other hospitals. I've had a couple of nurses that work in other hospitals confirm that, people know. Some in some instances, people were calling all the hospitals. Like there were people that called all of the hospitals to make sure they got the right one. When I tell you these people have put time, could you imagine the change they could make for themselves if they put that time into organizing?
Yes. If they took just the smallest amount of time to attack the Black community, they could literally revolutionize the way they're living.
Yes,
Literally.
absolutely they could. Completely revolutionize.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy. Um, it's frustrating, but again, I've been Black all my life.
Yeah.
And these truths are what they are. I don't want, like, we got at the very least, we got to make it to 2028, January
Yes.
2028. 300,000 Black women have already lost their jobs. We we can't make it like this.
I
And
could not believe the amount of Black women that have lost their jobs. What is it,
yeah,
300,000 in this country?
300,000.
How many?
300,000.
Okay,
300,000. Yeah.
so I said it right.
That's crazy. We cannot live like that.
That
And
is surgical. That is surgical. How do I say this? Targeting.
castration.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're cutting our own throats, is what's happening.
absolutely. Absolutely. And
Yeah,
we just this cannot continue. And that's the thing. For me, my whole life has been turned upside down by these people, right? Um there are other people that this could have happened to, wouldn't have made it a day past day one. So I'm thugging it out. It's not easy, but what they did to me would end people. And for it to be at any point, any of us at any time, that's not that's not okay. We deserve, we deserve. We can make that a whole sentence, those two words, right? Um, and I'm not going to kneel to this shit. But what's going to happen is we they're going to pay these institutions. We can't control someone else's free speech. But what we certainly can do is demand that these institutions guarantee people a certain level of investigation, a certain
right.
level of, like, documentation.
Transparency.
Absolutely. If you're going to fire me because somebody said I said, you better show me some shit. Show it
Receipts.
to me.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And for them to be able to do this to me, and I don't even know what it was.
Right.
No,
That's
absolutely.
unacceptable. They wouldn't do that to a white doctor now, would they?
No, no. And you know what? There was one woman, her name is Christina Probst. And she is a doctor, right? She's a pediatrician. Now, when I saw what she said, ouch, I wouldn't have said that, because I got my own, once again, I've got my own integrity that I've got to live with. When you compare what Sade actually said to what this pediatrician actually said, what Sade said pales in comparison, whoa, by far, right?
What
She said some heated
is her?
things.
What is her again? Pediatrician.
She's a pediatrician here in Houston. She actually did end up losing her job. She's been a pediatrician for a very long time. But again, no
Because of what
matter
she
what
said.
she said, she didn't do anything to cause harm to those children. She should not
Right.
have lost her job. Do I have a feeling about this woman, though? I do. Because you're a whole white woman. You're a one percenter, quite literally making more money than anyone else. You have your own personal money that you could launch this fight with. You could fight for women in this position. But instead, you just sink on back to the back. I mean, she's working again, right? She's a pediatrician. She had to make a public apology. They didn't contact the board. The medical board is not checking on this woman. What's the
Yeah.
difference here?
She worked with white kids.
Exactly. That's the difference.
That's it.
And she actually works with white children, you know. So,
You know, and I've heard this said, and I believe it's true. We should have listened to black women a long, long time ago. They've been speaking for 200 years plus, warning of days like today.
Yes.
And it's motivated me because you've got, when I see the last elections, the stats, when I see how many white men and women voted in favor of fascism, I'm like, where are the Democrats? How is this possible? How the fuck? And then I'm like, somebody's lying.
Exactly.
Someone's lying about who they voted for.
Absolutely.
So either you voted for Donald Trump and are lying your ass off. You either voted for Jill Stein, third party, which you threw your vote away, which is a vote for Donald Trump, or you didn't vote at all.
Or you didn't vote at all.
So the only conclusion I can reach is over 90 million, I think is the last stat. Over 90 million voters didn't show up that showed up for Joe in the last election, did not show up for Kamala Harris. What is the common denominator here? 90 million voters. Some say 80 million, but either way,
that's a whole lot of
huge chunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've said this, from now on, I will be taking screenshots of my ballot. I don't give a fuck. I will not be questioned. I will not, there will be no doubt where I stood and who I voted for. I just will not allow it anymore. And we've got too many white people that are lying in people's faces. They'll show up to the protests. They'll go to the protests and wave, we hate Donald Trump and we hate J.D. Vance, but they won't go to the ballot box.
Right.
I can't blame MAGA for this.
No.
Donald Trump didn't gain very many votes.
No.
He gained a few, but not very many. So what does that tell us? Somebody is not voting. They're not putting their money where their mouth is.
Right. And, for people to say, now you have a problem with the lesser of evils. Well, you know what? I've had a problem with the lesser of evils since I started voting, and I vote.
Yeah.
Right? But at the same time, there is evil, and then there is the fucking devil. Okay.
Yeah.
There is evil, and then there is the devil. And
Are you familiar with Kenny Too Raw Too Real?
Yes.
He said it this way. It's called pragmatic reduction of harm.
Yes.
What vote reduces the most harm?
Right. And, harm reduction is a real thing. And there are a lot of people that are, I'm not voting for harm reduction. Okay, well, lose your ass. Because this country has been this way all of this time. In order for us to make a change, it's a process. So get on board with the process. Recognize where we are right now. Let's make some plans. Let's take the steps we need to take. Recognize that there is a process here. People call me all the time. All the time I get called, like a Democrat and a liberal and blah, blah, blah. I don't give a damn what people call me. I am black and I am pragmatic. That is my political affiliation, black and pragmatic, right? And so there is nothing I can be that's more radical than myself. And I'm not on board with anything that's not going to move us in the right direction. I don't care what letters are behind your name, but in order for us to live that reality, it's a process. Are you going to do the work with us in this process? Are you just going to sit back, bitch, and moan until we get to the point where you think everything's okay? What's going to happen here? You want us to burn it down? I think the fuck not. My children and grandchildren are here.
Right.
And I am willing to put in the work to give them something better than what I have right now. Are you willing? No? Let's go back to shut the entire fuck up then. I'm like, quite literally, either you're in this with us or you're against. If we are black and white right now, it's either yes or no. You're a fighter or you're not.
Right.
Like the whole thing with redistricting and things. I live in Texas. This is eating our asses up.
Yes.
We don't. What they do to education here in the state of Texas, the only thing we've ever really been able to rely on is the DOJ. That's been our big dog. We don't have the DOJ now.
Yep.
Our classrooms open for the picking. Open for the picking, you know. Those
Hmm.
are the type of things that Black people are living. We're living it. We are living
Right.
it. Poor white people are living it. They've just
Yeah.
been convinced that they're living it because of me.
Yeah, we're living in drain pool politics, basically
Absolutely.
cutting services off just to make sure that the right people get harmed. Well, you're harming everybody.
Yeah.
And until we get our heads out of our collective asses as far as white America is concerned,
Right. Right.
this is never going to improve. We
No,
have
it's not.
got to realize who the enemy is,
Absolutely.
and I'm sorry. I'm not going to sit here and, well, they're targeting whites. You know what? Fuck that. Target whites. If it means we're going to get systemic change and we're going to change this country, I don't care. Paint me as the
Right.
bad guy.
Right.
I'm sick and tired of these fragile whites that are,
Yes.
oh, don't,
Their
it's like,
fragility
it's
is killing their
history,
own kids. Your
right?
fragility is killing your children. You are you are sacrificing your kids.
Yep.
Those babies didn't do anything to anyone, and they're gone because you fucking suck. You
That's
know?
right.
And like right now, if you consider what happened in Kerr County, there should be no
Mhm.
fucking way Texas should go anything but blue. We should have a mass clean out, you know, of elected officials. We should have a complete clean out just because of what happened to those kids.
Yeah, where are the commissions? Where's the investigations?
Well,
That entire government needs to be under
yes.
investigation. And I'm sorry, that is against, I don't know, that's close to, correct me if I'm wrong, borderline Geneva Convention ish.
Okay, exactly. Yeah. Well, I mean, shit, look at Black in America. I mean, we've been an outright
Yeah.
Geneva Convention, you know, but it's America, right?
Yes.
This is America. This is the problem, you know, and when I talk about unity, that is the only way. You listen to some of the things that come out of these leftist mouths, you know, and it's like fucking right on, man. Yeah, yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem. Well, what are we gonna do about you? What are you, talking about it is what you were gonna do about it?
Yeah.
That's not enough. It's not enough for you to be able to identify a problem. If you don't have the ability to come with a plan, then come with your hands and put in the
Hmm.
work. Nobody
Yes.
is going to, this is America. No one is going to save us.
Right.
Half of this world
We,
has every right to want to see us crumble. No one is going to save us. We have to do this ourselves.
right.
So, for as much as I would love to have the privilege to do what a wealthy white woman did in this situation, I'm just not set up that way. I never have
Yeah.
been. I have a duty to respond.
For those of you under the sound of my voice listening, please go to the Well Read Black Girl. In her bio, you're going to find a link that's going to take her to her Give Send Go link. Please donate generously. This show gave a measly $100. I noticed that we had PayPal. We had racked up several months of PayPal, and I'm like, oh, there we go. Let's just send it. So
Thank you.
we can do a lot better than that. When a fascist Nazi can raise over $40,000 in 2 weeks, there is
2
no
weeks.
excuse for us not to be able to help somebody who is on our side, on the side of America, trying to warn, using her platform to elevate, to educate. We can do better than that.
Right.
$12,000. How long has that been up? 4 weeks?
It's been up for a while. I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah, maybe 4 weeks. Yeah.
4 weeks. God damn. We
That's
can do
crazy.
better than that.
Yeah.
Go
You
to
know
her
what though?
bio.
Also,
Go ahead.
and I'm just because real is all I know. There are some large content creators on this app, European Americans. One in particular, a man, and I would say 75% of his content is seeing Black people in harm situations and then, like mobilizing his following to go like find the person that has done this harm to Black people. Well, that's Black
To the
trauma.
end.
That's Black trauma. Yes. So
Yes.
you have built a following and you look like one of the good guys, right? Because you're like, find this white person that did something wrong to a Black person. But you are
Right.
still building a following and you're making money off of the fact that you're peddling Black trauma, and you can't say one damn thing about the Black woman that has gone through
Yes.
that. You can't
Yes.
amplify this. That's one of the ways that these fascists are pulling in this money, because there are larger creators that are willing to stand behind them. That's another thing we don't do here on this side. You just let the little guy fend for themselves,
Right.
and well, not even so much as a good luck.
That
If
reminds me. That reminds me of my next question. I sent your profile, your Give Send Go, to 3 content creators: Kenny Turau to Real, Roland Martin Unfiltered, and I can't think of her name. She's on X. She's a PhD. Has anybody reached out to you?
no, no,
God damn it!
Black pain sells, but when you're fighting to end it, not so much.
Right.
Not so any of the damn shame. None of them.
All right. I'm going to keep reaching out to these people. Somebody's
you.
got to see something.
Thank you.
But the money is here. We
It
have the
is.
money collectively amongst ourselves. We can get this done and make this woman whole. There is no reason she has to be begging for 4 weeks and only raise $12,000. No, that's
Right.
unacceptable. We need to be doing more. And we
Right.
need to tell these fascist fuckwits, we're not having it anymore. You cannot attack our own. She's ours. She is ours. You don't attack what is ours. Back the fuck off. There is no reason why we can't raise more money than that. Let's
Right.
please go to her bio. Click on the Give Send Go. By the way, have you gotten Cash App and PayPal?
I do have PayPal. My Cash App, they actually got my Cash App shut down. So for a while, like I couldn't receive any funds.
Can you start another one?
Yes, I can. I can start another one. Here's the thing for me though with Cash App.
Okay,
Cash App
go
is
ahead.
proven susceptible to the fascism. So I don't want to do business in places that do business with fascism, For them to be able to do something like that, no, that doesn't. And I do believe the only reason things changed with Cash App is because I did a vid and told everyone, drop down in the comments, tag them, and tell them, So, I mean, to have to call somebody out to do the right thing, yeah, I don't want to put my money there,
Gotcha.
which is
No,
why.
that's fair.
Yeah. The PayPal though, my PayPal has been solid. It's Well Read Blk Girl 2, and I have some vids that are up with my PayPal in it for sure. So yeah.
Let me ask you this. What is your preference? Would you rather Give Send Go or PayPal?
Honestly, I don't have a preference. I really don't.
Okay.
I think actually the Give Send Go. I would like everyone to donate to the Give Send Go for transparency purposes. If the money is going in one place, you can see, where we are, the dollar amount. Like I said, I believe in accountability. I believe in it, right? I believe in transparency. These are not things that I talk about, but I don't live. I'm going to hold myself accountable first, right? And I think that transparency in situations like this is important. So the Give Send Go keeps things pretty clear.
Okay. Yeah, because I my first knee-jerk reaction was get the money to you directly. I didn't know how Give Send Go worked. I didn't know if it was going to hold the money and then, oh, well, we didn't reach the goal, so you don't get any of it. So,
Right.
but I'm relieved to hear that you'll, I mean, when will you receive that money? Is it after the campaign is over?
No. So with Give Send Go, I actually have the option to cash out
Okay.
at different times, and it will still continue to calculate the entirety of the campaign. So, like if I cashed out today and removed the $12,000, it'll still say we've raised this amount while collecting more.
Okay.
So yeah, which
Yeah, I'm
I need to cash out. When I tell you, there's a whole lot more Kendras out here than we think. Okay, this man who's done these horrible things to me personally, he's got multiple accounts, multiple fake accounts. He has been stalking, like stays in my comments, posts, things like that. And he actually got caught. And my homie Quad, man, that's solid people right there. She actually got screenshots of it. 2 different fake accounts. He's in my comments, like going back and forth with himself, like defending himself, right? Like this, you're not well, right? You're not well. And then just random. So that's these accounts that he's like created. And then if you go back and you look at some of my videos, he just shows up in my videos, like in my comments, just chatting back and forth with people. Like, you're not this person that did this horrible thing to me. Like, that just doesn't matter to him at all.
Right.
It doesn't register to these people that you ruined my life, and you think you just get to pop in.
Yeah. Is there any retribution directed towards him? I'm not sure how to even ask this question.
Whatever the DA is willing to do, I am 100% behind. I have no reason and no desire to give this man a break. Not at all. Unfortunately, I don't call those shots, right? This is definitely an established pattern of behavior. I just don't know what they want to do, if they want to do anything. But my first priority is to try to find a way to keep us safe from people like that. The majority of us, next order of business is personal accountability for him. So, but I have to prioritize things, Do I want to go after him right now? Absolutely. But it's not just me. So I have to make moves in a way that's going to benefit the largest amount of people in the moment. So
yeah, thank you for those who have been gifting to Well Read Blk Girl.
Yes,
thank you so much. Generous gifters, so yes. That means we have generosity in this chat, and we can make you whole.
Thank you.
In fact, you know what? From now on, thank you. Another gift. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Hardy Home. And I think Blue Canary sent an awesome gift. Thank you. I think from now on, I need to make it a point to have your Give Send Go link in every YouTube video that I publish.
Thank you.
I mean, I don't want this just to be a one-off. We need to get this information out, and we need to get more people gifting. And so if think about all the money we spend on TikTok, for those of you who are listening. I mean, in 2 weeks' time, I ended up spending $60. That's $60. I could have turned that over to Give Send Go. Fuck TikTok. They don't need any more of our money. We need to start we need to start putting our money where our mouth is and start investing our hard-earned dollars in us. Because think about it. It's not we're helping each other. Think of, I hate to bring this up, It's a Wonderful Life. Where's all of our money? Well, it's in his house, his house, his house, his house. When we're invested in each other, okay, when we're invested in the outcome of each other, that is where we're going to that's where we're going to succeed.
Absolutely.
We need to send these corporations, and I was so happy to hear about Target losing all that money.
Me
so
too.
Wonderful.
Big same. Yeah.
They talked with Al Sharpton and didn't learn a damn thing.
Not a thing.
It's like, what did you get out of that meeting? He
Right.
just told you what the black community expects.
Right.
I don't know. And so, okay, well, now you're stepping. Well, actually, no. Come to find out, he's not. The CEO is not stepping down. He's getting.
Nope.
It's a lateral, horizontal
Exactly.
move, and he's getting
Right.
even a bigger paycheck. I am so sick of this country.
Absolutely. I'm sick of billionaires. I am
Yes.
sick of it. Like, I don't, at this, no one should be a billionaire. It's disgusting. It is disgusting, right? We have hungry kids. We have houseless kids. And we have
Yes.
billionaires. These things should not coexist. Ever. Not ever. And you want to talk about a fight? I will fight the long way. There can never be a situation, I cannot make it make sense in my head how you can have hungry children and billionaires. No, not at all. And
Absolutely.
we believe there's a lot of poor people out here that hold on to this billionaire class as if someone in their family is going to tap into it. Honey, it's too rare. Why don't you roll the dice on becoming like an NFL player? The odds are more in your favor to do that, you know.
That's a good analogy.
But go hungry, you don't have to. You don't have to go hungry. Elon Musk has got enough to feed us all. Let's go get the fucking money.
If we taxed billionaires the way FDR did, there would not be a single homeless person.
Not a
without
single one.
house.
Not a single one. Not a single one. And when I tell you, people don't realize when we are talking about tax the rich, don't be afraid, honey. You're not rich.
Nope.
Just don't be afraid. Let us do this damn thing. You know, let us do this damn thing. For the CEO of Walmart to get a $27 million bonus, while the majority of his employees, he is working 30 to 31 hours a week so he doesn't have to pay them health insurance. Get the fuck out of here. Tax the rich.
Right.
You know, but I could go on and on about that.
Oh, yeah.
I really appreciate you. I do. I appreciate you making space to have this conversation.
And I need to do this more often.
I appreciate it. This conversation needs to be had
Yes.
with people that look like you, not just with people that look like me.
Yes.
So I appreciate it. I am gonna, I'm a little tired. I'm gonna get off.
That's okay.
Please,
please tell, how do you pronounce her name? Sade?
Sade. Yes, it's Sade.
She's
thank
welcome here at any time if she'd like to come tell her story. I think I wonder if it would be better if we did this on YouTube.
Maybe.
We wouldn't have to, it would be the same as, it would be like you connecting your phone via VOD Angel. All you need is a link to the connection and you're there.
Okay.
It's so easy. And we don't got to worry about TikTok interrupting the flow and disconnecting or cutting off the live. You can get your story out there without interruption. And I would love to actually have you come on the Skeptically Speaking YouTube channel.
Okay.
I have already followed you on YouTube. I've left a few comments on
I saw,
one of your
thanks.
vids. Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got that. If Sade would like to come on the show and you would like to come on the show, we'll bring both of you. Make it a Yeah, that would be absolutely fine. And I
Well,
think
I
your
will let her
story
know.
needs to get out there. We need to set the record straight. And I'm sick of the disinformation. And I'm speaking as a former conspiracy theorist. I used to believe in a lot of wacky shit, and that's because when you don't have access to information, it's a black hole. It is a black hole
Right.
to be in,
You
and
know
it's easy
something's
to
wrong
fall
and you can't
into.
figure out what. Yeah.
Exactly. So you turn to wacky theories to soothe you, to make you feel better
Right.
about the world around you. And it's like
Absolutely.
you don't need to do that. You don't need to deny reality to to anyway.
All right.
But yeah,
I
we
feel you.
must do this again. Let me know
Absolutely.
when a good day is for you. Sundays, as you can see, is my best day. So
Okay. Sundays are actually pretty good days for me. The timing is good right now, so Sundays actually do work pretty well. I'm going to try to do more lives. um,
yes, did you go live
so
already?
um, I joined someone else's live a
Okay,
couple
okay,
days ago, maybe about a week ago. Um,
yeah.
I
I
usually don't
turned
do.
the notifications on for you, so if you go live, I should get an alert. Unfortunately, I work an off shift, so
Mm,
I may get the alert hours later.
yeah.
But if you're on in the evenings, I will get it.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. So long. It's this. It's a big fight.
It
Um,
is.
but I'm up to it. So I appreciate you guys
You're
that
a
are
lot
fighting.
stronger than I am. I'll tell you that.
Only because I have to
I
be.
I know. I know.
That's the only reason. It's either
It's
man the
time for
fuck up
white
or die.
America to join in
Absolutely.
and stop this stupid fucking identity politics and oh my goodness, we're gonna get picked on. Shut the fuck up and just
Yeah.
it's history. I mean, we got history books now. I mean, if
Right.
this didn't offend you, I don't know if you can see that.
Um.
It's called Howard Zinn's History of a People's History of the United States, and that's just the beginning. There's
mhm.
also Black as Fuck History, and there's also The
I,
Hate
I have
Next
Black as
Door.
fuck history. Yeah.
You do? Okay.
Yes.
I have yet to get that book, but
Good.
I'm sorry. I mean, if history offends you, then what the fuck are you even doing?
Right. Exactly.
How are you going to engage in an actual fight that actually matters?
Right.
We've got to stop this foolishness and this the snowflakiness. We need to start turning that term around. The snowflakes are those who want to deny reality and to deny
Absolutely.
history.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
they like to call liberals snowflakes in this. It's like
It's
no, no, no,
crazy.
no, no, no. Yeah,
No.
and it's
Not
and
it.
a thought popped into my head, an intrusive thought. The wacko that tried running Kamala Harris's bus off the road in Texas
Yeah.
way back in the day.
Hmm.
Remember that shit?
Yep.
I'm sorry. It's like,
Crazy.
and I don't even know if anything happened to him except maybe a slap on the wrist.
Right. Probably a slap on the wrist. But
And he
like these
filmed the
people,
crime as he's doing it.
yes, these people are dangerous. So, um, oh, one sec. Thank you.
Enjoy whatever you want.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
I appreciate it.
Sure.
Okay. Good night. Um, yeah, I wasn't intending on getting like doing this right now, but right time, like live in the moment. Sometimes you just gotta, do that.
Yes.
So, Sade and I are sitting here. Sade is awesome, y'all. She's an awesome person. Like,
We got to have her on the show as well.
yeah, I would love for people to really just to see who she really is.
Mhm.
Because if you can see this woman in who she really is, then you can see how easy it is for bad actors to completely flip a narrative and turn someone who is wearing a white hat into the devil.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's an awesome person. So
What
and
is the best way? What is the best way to reach you?
um probably Best way to reach me, Well Read Blk Girl at gmail.com. That's
Okay.
my email address. So that's probably the best way.
Okay. Just well read Black Girl. I mean, is it spelled the way it's spelled in your
BLKGRL.
GRL?
Yeah, same way in my handle here. So
Okay. And what is the best way to reach Sade?
that I do not know. But I can tell you this right now. Follow Sade.
Yes.
Because if you're not following her, follow her. Because believe it or not, after all of this time, people they are still hate, like they hate follow her. If no matter what she posts, no matter what the content is, they say horrible things. You know, and Sade is a strong woman, but does she have to be? Does she?
Yeah.
Do we always have to be as strong as we know we can be? Sometimes Black women deserve something soft to land on. So support my sis. I would appreciate
Yes.
it. Because she puts out good content. And I'm not even that girly, but she makes me want to go buy stuff like cute perfume. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, she makes your femininity a whole lot more friendly. You know, I don't know. I think she's a great
You're just
person.
fine. You deliver good content and it's well thought. I envy. I mean, you do an 8-minute video, no pause, no interruption. I struggle for 30 seconds, a minute at a time. It's like I gotta cut. It's like, oh, do I want to? Let me rephrase that. You know what I mean? I envy people like the infamous Thomas Bishop. He
Yeah,
could do a whole monologue in 10 minutes,
he sure
no
can.
stopping.
Right. And keep you there too. Yeah. He's a
I
great
envy
orator.
that ability.
Man, you have ability.
But
We all got something. We all got a
yeah,
part to shit. We all have gifts.
I got a smart mouth. Does that count?
Hell yes it does. Um okay, like I'm starting to get messages now. I'm gonna log off
Okay.
or sign off or whatever.
You've
Thanks
been very
again.
generous with your time. Thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us. We'll
Thank
have
you.
you
Thank
again.
you.
We must.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And thanks for the support, guys. I appreciate you. Good
All right.
night.
Take care. Good night.
Good night.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. And Sade Perkins, I think I saw you in the chat. Good, good, good. We follow each other. I'll get in touch with you and we'll talk about having you on our YouTube show. By the way, if you're not following the Well Read Blk Girl on YouTube, she is on YouTube, and I'm on YouTube as well. So I think that might be better because we can't depend on TikTok. TikTok is fickle. TikTok can shut us down. YouTube seems to be the more stable of the platforms. So we need to have Well Read Blk Girl and Sade on the show as soon as possible. Miss Menopause, good to see you. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for all the gifts that you showered on Well Read Blk Girl. We've got to stop this. This is ridiculous. Somebody has to fight for their life just for speaking the truth to power. Speaking the truth to power, it will land you out of a job. That's where we're at in this fascist fuckwit country. That's where we're at. And we white tea people need to start putting our money where our mouth is. If you support the Black community, write a check. Yeah, write a check. Because that fascist fuckwit Connor raised $40,000 in 2 weeks' time. 2 weeks. He raised that amount of money. There's no reason why she should be struggling at 12,000. Guys, we got to do better than this. She's one of our own. She's ours. They do not touch her. This is the mentality we need to have. Don't just wait for the fascism to come to you. Don't wait for that to affect you and touch you and yours. When it affects them, we need to be just as outraged. And I bet you any fucking money, I'll bet you any money, this shit would stop. This would stop very quickly. So for those of you, we're going to be doing more of this. And Miss Menopause, I've seen your content as well. I should have you on the show as well. we need to start amplifying more black voices. We need to do that. You know, we can't exist in our bubbles anymore. It's time to branch out and to look out for each other. Exactly. Look out for each other, step up, time to put words into action. Exactly. We need to make this happen, and it starts with us. I said this earlier in the show, over 90 million voters, white voters, did not show up in the last election. What does that tell you? Us white people gave the election to Donald Trump. We cannot blame MAGA. We cannot blame the fascist fuckwits. We did it to ourselves. She lost her job. She spoke truth to power, and she lost her nursing job because of it. And we just had her on the show. We just had her in the guest box, and she gave. So I've done a few stories on YouTube. I'm gonna do a little bit more, but we need to get her. We need to get her story out there. But yeah, enough is enough. We got to stop this foolishness. We got to stop the fascism. And only when we get our heads out of our collective asses, that's when things happen. That's when change happens. You know, I mean, if we're going to show up to the protests and hold up signs about how much we hate Donald Trump and, oh, he's so bad, well, then show up to the ballot box. If you can't even do that, shut your fucking mouth. If you're not willing to vote, put your money where put your vote where your mouth is. Why should we listen to you? Why should we give a damn what you have to say? What does it matter? You know? But we've got to stop. If it happens to Black America, it's going to happen to us. Drain pool politics needs to be over. And if you don't understand that term, look up drained pool politics. It'll come right up. Come right up. And we have a systemic problem in this country where we allowed certain services and privileges to be shut off to Black people. Well, now it's hurting white America. White Americans are hurting. Now white America is crying and moaning and groaning. Oh, we don't have money. Oh, my goodness, the government's not. Well, yeah, well, you know, the fascist police state came after you. Well, yeah, well, we let it happen for decades to Black Americans. And we made every excuse in the book. We made every excuse in the book. Well, it must have been something. He said something. He must have had drugs. Look at the clothes he's wearing. Oh, he must have had a weapon. You see? The excuses we make in our minds. It's enough is enough. Aren't you tired of the fascism? Aren't you tired of it all? White America? Aren't you tired? I am. I certainly am. I'm certainly ready for change. But we've got to, I don't know. I've got so many words and nothing to say at the same time. Probably should just end this live while the getting's good. Thank you so much all for the follows. Thank you for following the Well Read Blk Girl. If you're not following Sade Perkins, please start following her. If you're not following Miss Menopause, please start following her. And I think there was someone else. The infamous Thomas Bishop. I think his name is... I can't think of his name, and I'm afraid to go off this live. But yeah, Thomas Bishop, infamous Bishop Thomas or Thomas Bishop. I can't remember how it is. He's also a Black content creator, and he's got a lot of good things to say. Please go follow him, and hopefully follow me, Skeptically Speaking, on YouTube. Please give me a follow, and that way you'll, if for any reason I lose TikTok, you'll still have that. Vote with your dollars. That is correct. Thank you, Tracy. All right, with that, I'm going to say goodnight. Thank you so much for listening to my blatherings, and we'll see you on the next live. Take care now.